I thought this was rather rare. The Supreme Court has just slapped back this NPR's piece written by Nina Totenberg. They said it's a false report. Now remember, NPR is funded by our taxpayer dollars. Why, I don't know. And remember, Nina Totenberg, her claim to fame is that she allowed herself to be used as a puppet by Democrat activists during Clarence Thomas's confirmation hearings, when all of these the smears against his character and all of that stuff first came out. She was the one that they ran all of it through. So there's a little bookmark for you. So there was this story that came out about this, and it was pretty amazing. And this is some examples. It's an example of really bad media malpractice here. It's really bad. The story is this. It came through NPR, and it was a report that claimed that Justice Neil Gorsuch refused to wear a mask despite the plea from Sonia Sotomayor. She pled with him to do so. Nina Totenberg wrote, quote, Gorsuch didn't mask despite Sotomayor's COVID worries, leading her to telework. She reported that Chief Justice John Roberts ordered the justices to wear masks because of the Omicron surge, and Sotomayor has diabetes. Totenberg cited court sources to report that Sotomayor herself expressed that she, quote, did not feel safe in close proximity to people who were unmasked before Roberts made his decision. Totenberg wrote, except Gorsuch, who, as it happens, sits next to Sotomayor on the bench. His continued refusal since then has also meant that Sotomayor has not attended Justice's weekly conference in person, joining instead by telephone. End quote. And so Shannon Bream went on Brett Baier last night and said that, no, I'm told that this is not at all accurate. She said the Supreme Court says that there's been no blanket admonition or request from Chief Roberts that the other justices wear masks. She said that further, Sotomayor did not make any such requests to Gorsuch. She said it was entirely false. Now, NPR would not retract the story, and then other people started reporting on it. You had a former clerk for Gorsuch said that this is 100% false. They said that the chief never asked his colleagues to mask up for any reason. Now, all of these other, there were other outlets that were saying we're hearing this isn't true, but NPR would not at all, they would not redact this. And they wouldn't redact it because they kept saying, well, because, Fox News is reporting on it. Well, here's the thing. Shannon Bream was the one who was on Fox who's saying that this isn't true. Shannon Bream clerked for SCOTUS. That's how she got her start. That's how she started her career. There are few people in media that have insight into the Supreme Court like Shannon Bream. When there's SCOTUS, and I know Shannon personally, she is one of the sweetest people in the industry. Out of everyone in the industry, and I mean everyone, she is the nicest. She beats everybody. She is as nice as you see. What you see on television is exactly how she is. I think her worst language that she's ever uttered is dang it. She is wholesome, defined. And whenever there's news about Supreme Court, the first person I go to is Shannon. That's who I go to when it's a Supreme Court issue. She has never been wrong. She understands the law. She understands the procedure in the court. She understands all of it. She has insight from having clerked. And that's how she started. She has incredibly well-placed sources. So for NPR to say that they're not going to take these criticisms seriously because Shannon Bream is one of the people criticizing, Shannon is not a hyper partisan. I don't know if you've ever watched her program. She's on a little later. She is emphatically not a hyperpartisan. I mean, clearly you can tell she leans conservative, but she doesn't serve her perspective over that of her viewers. And that ultimately is the mark of a good journalist. I never ask for a journalist to be without politics. I just ask for them to serve their viewers or their readers over themselves. That's all I ask.